Yo, what's going on, guys? All in Reptiles here, and today I'm going to be showing you how I keep 5 animals, and hopefully going to be 6 in about a week or so. So next Monday's video or Thursday's video, if I can get it uploaded fast enough, you know, that I'll have another animal, but he will be going upstairs in my room. I have another animal, which is my snake, Einstein. He is up in my room too, but all the other animals are behind me or to the side of me, and I'm going to show you how I take care of them all on a day-to-day basis, and including when I have to enclosure clean, because that gets interesting. So let's get into the video. So we are going to start off with the enclosure, which is Shia, my tortoise, the largest enclosure I have by far. This is a 4 by almost 4 foot. Because of this, we could not, couldn't make it 4 foot, so it's a little bit under, but to fit these requirements, it works very well. But she is sleeping right now because she just has some good food, and her water bowl needs to be cleaned and everything like that. But this is Shia, my Russian tortoise, and she is my first animal, actually, and one of my favorite, because she will literally come out and demand food. I mean, she will walk out, and when I'm playing, and now because of course I'm out of school, I will be seeing her every day and making her demand food. But she is honestly not that hard. All she really has to do is I have to feed her. She gets her exercise on her own because she is a free-range tortoise. Obviously, there's a massive door, I just leave it open. But when it comes to enclosure cleaning, obviously I need to do it. Of course, I don't have the right bedding, because the bedding I would normally get was from a reptile show. But guess what? There are no reptile shows. So, obviously there is a lot of stuff I just need to do a full enclosure clean. But this takes up a lot of time and effort. It probably takes up a solid 2 hours just to fully clean this thing. Not including the time and effort to keep her water bowl, keep everything else relatively clean. I do spot clean, but all these little tiny particles are just obnoxious and I can't get them out. Because she's not a bearded dragon. She just munches and leaves a ton of scraps. But that is my tortoise Shia. Let's move on to one of my favorites right there. Alright, this is my bearded dragon, Inferno. He is in a 120-gallon enclosure. It is made by Custom Reptile Habitats is their name. You can search them up. I'll have a link in their description to all of their store and their website. He is from Misfit Dragons on Facebook if you want to see how they have a ton of really high morphs. This is not a super high morph, and yes, he is a little chunky. I get it. I'm trying to thin him down, but he lives in this enclosure. I'm thinking of getting something height-wise over here in this area, or over here in this area, but he just kind of chills out here, and then when he wants food, he walks down, and it's right here. And for enclosure cleaning, this only takes about close to an hour and a half, but if you take the amount of time it takes to take this bedding and get it relatively dry, because it is eco-worth, it comes in a giant brick, so you need to put water on it, and they're a desert species, so it takes a good while. I do spot clean, so his enclosure does not need to be cleaned anytime soon. But let's go on to the absolute mess. This thing. Alright, this is my blue-tongued skink Athena, and yes, she is a messy everything. She sheds a lot, she eats a lot, she throws her stuff around. I'm going to get a cat litter scooper thingy. Basically some sort of sieve action, so she does not get this dirty. And also, I would normally clean her enclosure when she sheds, because there's a ton of little shed pieces. It looks like fish scales, but nope, It's just a lizard shed. But she's a messy girl. She poops a lot, she pees a lot, but she is also in a 120-gallon enclosure. This is the enclosure that she actually came with, and I think she's peeing right now. Thank you. I can hear that. But she obviously, there's some poop over there. This enclosure just needs to be cleaned. I need to do a full enclosure clean. But this enclosure takes me more closer to 1.5 hours than his does, because with his enclosure is obviously front opening, with hers is top opening. So I mean, like, I can't reach back there. So I need this little step stool baby chair thing that I use to get up onto it, or get up on, and I cleaned it out, and it's a lot more tiring, because instead of scooping from like out the front right here, you go out the top, and it creates twice as much mess. And she's also a messy girl in general. But this, other than giving her lettuce and dog food, which she doesn't eat the lettuce very much, and yes, dog food is appropriate for them. They do eat dog food, not in the wild obviously, but she loves it. What are you doing? Huh? Oh, that's not you. I'm sorry. That's the Coke can I have down there that I haven't drank yet. I'm gonna drink after this video. But she is a huge girl. She is pushing 8 years old now. Actually, I'm gonna tell you the age of all of them too. So he is about a year old now. He is a year-old bearded dragon, kind of, at this point. Shia, my tortoise, is, probably 7 or 8 years old too. She is getting up there in years, but she is the crankiest and most obnoxious tortoise or animal I have. She doesn't like to be held. But let's move on to the one across the room, Phoenix. This is Phoenix's enclosure. She likes to say hi, but let me get her a treat really quickly and see how she likes it. It is always a hit or miss with her and eating. If she wants to eat at this time, she wants to eat. Oh my goodness, look at that. Absolute monster right there. But she lives in this 15 to 20-ish gallon enclosure. This is also technically a fish enclosure, but you know, it doesn't matter. This is actually Shia's. Okay, my hands are not food. No. This was Shia's first enclosure, and then she was moved up to another one that is not in use right now because it used to be his, but now it's not. Which honestly, I'm thinking of upgrading her to, and potentially getting another one to put in here. I don't know. But she lives in this 20-gallon enclosure. She has her moist hide right there, which is a really cool idea. She has her little poop corner that I need to clean out. She has her cork bark. This is her cool hide. This is her warm hide. This was actually used from Einstein's old enclosure when he lived in a 10-gallon before he got moved into... No, I'm not food. Don't eat me. Don't eat me. Don't eat me. Don't eat me. Thank you. I mean, she doesn't hurt. But for cleaning this, I just cleaned the glass. Her glass is dirty right now. You can't really see it, but it is dirty. And really, I just wash it up. I thought this excavator clay was going to be cool. It's cool. It's not my thing. I don't like this stuff because I don't know. It's so hard to clean because you can't really get anything in it because it will soak up into it. But this is her enclosure, and at night I can hear her all over there. When she was up my room, I literally had to sometimes just rip it out of her enclosure because I'm like, this is so obnoxious. I need to go to sleep. but she's looking for some more food. I literally fed you yesterday, okay? So, shush. So that was all the animals from this room, actually. It's kind of surprising because I have 5 animals in this room, and last year I only had her. I only have my tortoise Shia in this room, and my mom had her desk in here, but now she doesn't. That was her old desk. Now he sits on it. That's his throne. Of course, she's in another room now, but now I have 4 animals in here, and in the next few months, after obviously the quarantine period with the gargoyle is done, even though I know the breeder very well, and I've actually gone to see her facility. She actually is a college technically, but like some breeding study, whatever she does. It's really cool. But of course she was retiring, so might as well take a gargoyle off her hands. But all of these animals will be staying in here. He will be moving to the gaming setup, and my gaming setup will go upstairs in my room for once, so they don't have to hear me in 2 in the morning screaming. And just kidding, I'm not that stupid. But he will be moving down there, and the one gargoyle I'm getting right now will go over here. I do have 2 enclosures. If you didn't see the other video, if you want to go see that video, you should. But this is, for right now, it's only 1 because I want to make sure it's 100% male. Because when I want to breed them in the future, and I don't want to get a false male, so I can make sure they're a pair, because I don't really want to get another animal. But let's go upstairs and see the new the new enclosures and Einstein, my snake. Alright, well, we are in my room now. And this is the beautiful enclosure. This one specifically will be the one that will be, the gargoyle will be put in. The other one obviously still has stuff in it, but this has basically been completely cleaned out. There's obviously some stuff from moving it up here, but it's basically done. All it needs is some foliage, and that will be in Thursday's video, hopefully, if I can get the stuff for it. But let's move on to this man. And he is underneath there. Yes, there's a coin. I dropped it. Okay, I'm sorry. He's probably going to be wanting food, so let's not get bit here. Hello, sir. Hello. Hey, bud. The people... Oh, wow. How are you not in food mode right now? Because he is being fed literally tomorrow. Alright. Give me a second. I need to get him out from under here. Alright. Well, as this thing and the thing over there suggest, this is Einstein, my reverse oak corn snake, and it's just really bad lighting right now. There you go. He looks way better in person than on camera, but he lives in a 40-gallon enclosure with his sphagnum moss hide, his moist hide, his I'm trying to put you back. There you go. He loves his tree. He used to sit on it when he was younger, but now he's too long and too chubby. But he lives in this enclosure. This enclosure is the easiest one to clean by far, or at least for a full enclosure clean. Now, when he poops, it really stinks, because he eats full-blown mice at this point. He is big enough to eat that. But he lives in this enclosure. This only takes me, if I'm really on it, about an hour to do the whole entire enclosure. But, I mean, hey, he's looking good. He is my second oldest animal in my, I'm saying oldest as in animals that I've gotten, like, consecutively. But he is honestly my third oldest, including Athena, my blue-tongued skink. But he is the second one I've ever gotten. He's the second child of my obsession over animals. But don't worry, I don't neglect my animals and just get new ones every week. I love them. But he is a good boy. He's getting fed, so he's looking for food right now, which scares me because I don't want to get bit. So this is the enclosure. It only takes me about an hour to clean. If I'm really on it, or if I'm watching videos on my phone, it takes about a little bit longer, but you know, things happen. But that is going to do it for this video of All in Reptiles. I hope you guys enjoyed. Obviously, it was a little quicker video because right now I'm trying to clean up these enclosures and get them ready to go, or, well, for one of them, get ready and go into, to get the gargoyle. Hopefully this Wednesday I will be getting them, or at least this week. Depends if she has the supplies to actually ship, because she really just goes to reptile shows and doesn't really ship animals that often, but she was nice enough to let me get one and ship one out. So these enclosures are looking super beautiful, but can't wait to see them, and on Thursday I'll be really sprucing this one up. So subscribe, help me get to 10 or 100 subscribers. I'm almost there, 3 away. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm All in Reptiles. See you on the next video.